I would like to now talk to you about the 6 concepts of turning with Yin Style Bagua. This will help you understand what benefits learning Yin Style Bagua will have for you. For instance, ensuring that the tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth, hollowing the chest and rounding the back, relaxing the shoulder, dropping the elbow, locking the anus, lifting the testicles. These 6 phrases can help you cure all stomach illnesses. You can stand up right now and try it. Stand like this. The mind is focused on the stomach. If you don't believe me, try it. The tongue is at the roof, chest is hollowed, back is rounded, shoulders relaxed, elbows dropped. Place the mind in the dantian. Stomach pain, stomach acidity, stomach distension, all stomach illnesses. In about a minute, the stomach becomes warm and the discomfort starts to go away. That is the first benefit brought by the 6 concepts. The second benefit is through turning. By doing the 6 concepts and turning, you can reach a point where, well, before you begin practicing, if you were to take a strike or a blow into the stomach or ribs, you might end up vomiting blood. Through turning, while paying attention to the 6 concepts, but I have to remind you what I said earlier, as it isn't like what you see in the movies that you become all-powerful, making chi sounds like this before striking the opponent. Well, that is not what I mean at all. It just means that you develop the ability to take a blow. To show you, I will have my student come up. Punch me here. Really punch me. You see, it doesn't matter. This is true for the ribs. You can see that it sounds like a drum. That is just a little demonstration. That is the second benefit. The third benefit is every day upon waking early and going out to interact with the fresh air through turning. Breathing in through the nose, and then placing the chi into the dantian. The dantian then extends to the extremities. Breathing the fresh air in through the nose, placing the chi into the dantian, and hold it. The dantian chi spreads through the 4 limbs. Breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. This is what is called expelling the old and taking in the new. This increases the body's metabolism function. But you must enter into a still state while turning. When doing a change, it should be smooth and flowing, seeking to be natural. In that way, the 4 limbs and 100 oceans are all exercised. One should increase one's endurance and stamina. The lungs derive benefit, and the production of blood is stimulated. These are the benefits from taking up the 6 concepts into your practice. I would like to address the 10 basic requirements of Bagua Zhang. These are fixed, upright, tips, extremities, brokens, harmonies, stars, trigrams, palaces, successes. When turning, 1 fixed means the tongue is placed at the roof of the mouth. In China, those who choose the monk's path, it is known as connecting the bridge. That is 1 fixed. 2 upright means that the head must be upright while turning. The head is upright. Nor should you lean to the front, back, or side to side. That is, the body is also upright. The eye should watch the fingers, not looking left and right, shifting about. Thus your spirit will be focused, and you will be able to enter into stillness. 2 upright, which is the head upright, body upright, heart upright. The heart must be in the right state. Only will then you get true martial skill. Actually, a country has its laws, martial arts has its codes. Remember, we practice for health and the ability to protect ourselves. It is not to learn fighting in order to bully others. That is what having an upright heart means. 3 tips means that when turning, the tip of the nose, tip of the fingers, and tip of the foot are all in line. You should not turn like this, looking like a teapot. This means the waist is able to turn so that you can align the nose, hand, and foot. The 3 are then focused on the opponent or middle of the circle. 4 extremities means when turning, you must be putting your thought into the extremities of your hands. Whether you are turning lion, dragon, or phoenix, think of the hands' extremities. The 5 brokens are the shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, and knee, which can, to put it plainly, all be used to defeat an opponent. 6 harmonies actually has the 3 internal harmonies and the 3 external harmonies. When turning, the first of the 3 internal harmonies is the mind and thought must be in harmony. The mind is your thoughts, and your thoughts are focused on what you are doing. This is the most important point in Yin style Bagua, or in any style of Bagua for that matter. Constantly thinking of what must be done and never forgetting it. The next is stillness and movement in harmony. This means being calm while moving, be present while moving. Stillness and movement must be clearly defined. The third is hard and soft, must be in harmony. Thus, the three internal harmonies are the mind and thought, stillness and movement, hard and soft. Do not practice foolishly. For instance, if you are turning and then execute a capturing strike and then a strike forward, remember that the fist or palm strike add an inch force. Don't strike hard and clumsily looking like you are strong. So I capture, move, and it is all very natural. That is the three internal harmonies. The three external harmonies begin with the eyes and hands must be in harmony. While turning, the eyes are watching the hukou point. Do not look left or right. Bring your focus in. What this means is that between heaven and earth, or on this planet, I am the only person in existence. This enters you into stillness. That is the eyes and hands in harmony. The next is waist and body in harmony. This means when turning, it is guided by the waist, and it is from the waist one emits power. You see, it is the waist. Third is the hands and feet in harmony. Where the hands go, the feet are there. There is an old expression which is, to put out a fist without a leg will always be unsuccessful. The hands are but to open the doors, the opponent is beaten by the legs. This means the hands and feet arrive at the same time. 7 stars refers to the 8 trigrams in their place. But as we are always occupying a trigram, that leaves 7 trigrams open, which are called the 7 stars. According to my teacher, when the hands go out, the feet should be as the 7 stars, forwards, backwards, left, right, able to reach any star. The 8 trigrams I have talked about, but here we have the 8 strengths. Upper strength, lower strength, solid strength, hollow strength, attacking strength, retreating strength, left and right strength. These 8 strengths are not to be taken directly, but in reverse. They are used in reverse of the situation, which refers to having speed in your changing. The 9 palaces refers to the yin-yang circle as we turn. Their transformation hub is the waist, and the 9 palaces are Earth's mother as we turn. We are connected to the mother as we turn. That is the 9 palaces. The 10 successes, I believe, means that without 10 years of training in Bagua, the internal chi, the external movement, the experience from fighting, and the knowledge of maintaining health are not easy to grasp. To use a common expression, when a monk sets to build a temple, he is old by the time it is finished. The truth is the wondrousness of Bagua is its ability to maintain life. I would like to next talk about how everything has its good and bad side. For instance, in Bagua, I just introduced the 6 concepts that helps one practice. The other side of this is the 3 dangers facing a practitioner just entering into the practice of Bagua. The first is overexertion of qi. The second is awkward strength. The third is swelling the chest. Overexertion of qi means when turning, one did not follow the rules and place the focus in the dantian. Thus the breath rises up in reverse and reaches Bai Hui point. So in turning, not following the requirements to put the qi in the dantian, instead it went upwards. You can see it in their nose as they breathe hard while turning. That is overexertion of the qi or breath. Second is awkward strength. When executing a change, regardless of whether it is lion, dragon, or phoenix, the requirement is the limb should be like a rope. Only when an inch from the opponent does one put out strength. Release, release, release. It is not from far away to come in all strong and tight and big. That is not what you want, as that means you have lost what makes internal martial arts interesting. That is how it should be done. Third is swelling the chest. In turning, the requirement is to hollow the chest and push out the back. It is from this position can we begin to discuss maintaining health. This is very important and is a foundational requirement. This is another critical point of Yin-style Bagua, and anyone learning must pay attention to it. I have said before that if the outside is incorrect, that is not critical, but the inside chi must be correct. Swelling the chest means pushing it out so that the back is lifted up and in. The butt is held incorrectly and able to be brought in. In 1957, there was an old man who turned Bagua in Tarenting Park. Nearby was a young man who trained on the parallel bars. After the old man would leave, the young man would step into a circle and walk around trying to turn Bagua. After 2 months, the young man died. Why did he die? Because he kept forcing his breath up into his chest like this, racing around the circle like he was sprinting a race, and then guzzling cold water afterwards. He ended up with pulmonary edema. When the old man heard the story, he felt very regretful. Something so simple, I could have told him the important points to remember. The young guy didn't understand them, turned recklessly, injured his lungs, and died. Thus we have given a basic understanding of the 10 requirements and the 3 dangers, along with the 6 principles. Please, may practitioners always remember these things in their practice. This will give your maintenance of health and your ability to withstand blows to the body great benefit. Earlier I talked about how the arm should be like a rope. Now in that kind of situation, should it be soft, and when should there be explosive strength? I will now use my student Yan Hongyao to give a demonstration. In being like a rope, if an opponent bends your fingers in this way and you resist, the fingers will break. But if I am like a rope, the basic requirement is I must follow the line of force. My arm is like a rope, and then I can use this one to throw him. That is a throw. If I go this way, it is a joint break. I was a rope, but when I reach this place, I am no longer a rope. My right shoulder puts force at his arm here. It is the same if someone wants to arm wrestle. Some person says, let's arm wrestle. Now in martial arts, we don't train that kind of force and strength. We learn the Kun 6 breaks or soft force. So we are again a rope. He thinks he has won, but now I have an arm break. I step forward to this position and watch what happens with a hip. I can only demonstrate but not do it. There is no need to throw him. Here I can give a fake throw forward and step through instead. All because this was like a rope. If it isn't the appropriate moment, don't release strength. For instance, if we switch places so you can see better, and he goes to slap me in the face, tell them if the block hurts. Does it hurt? It actually does hurt. But with the addition of a whirling turning force, make sure you go slower so you don't get hurt. We will go in slow motion. Last time, I used this wide part to block. But if I turn it to this edge, and it hurts much more, this is an edge that becomes very hard through turning. This would be when you go from rope to strength. For instance, if he throws a right hook, I will hit this place which hurts. Tell the camera, but no one will believe us. This is a painful spot, and a block is the best way to hit someone. I realize that I should talk about what is the penetrating palm. It is the overall combining of Bagua's 8 animal systems into one. What this means is we take the most applicable parts of the 8 animals and place it into the penetrating palm forms. In doing so, we must achieve raising, lowering, rolling, reversing to obtain winning techniques that are not limited in order to have the best and most simple, natural fighting moves. I will now demonstrate the first form at learning speed. Do not forget the 6 concepts and other things I will not repeat here. We start by turning. Do not bounce or sway. See how the hand comes from underneath. Going at learning speed. The 4 fingers are together. The thumb is hooked into Laogong point. From this posture, we contain 3 different forces: lion, dragon, and phoenix. With 3 forces, we have enough to practice the penetrating palms. When turning to the right, relax this area, relax the shoulder, and dropping the elbow. The left hand's huko is under the right elbow. This is the penetrating palm posture. The penetrating palm stepping pattern is not limited by rules. Remember when training to turn for long periods of time. Stay relaxed and do not hold force up in the body. In changing directions, this first strike is actually a sweeping strike to break the opponent's strength. We stab once, stab twice, stab 3 times. Then backstep, executing a dodging strike. When doing the dodging strike, use the waist to find the force. Here we penetrate again. Now we are turning to the left. When changing directions to the right, we envision a right-handed punch coming towards the head. We block and strike. If it was a left punch, we would reverse the move. As this is a form changing to the right, we block with this hand and stab with the right. We advance step and dodge strike. The foot pivots open, then one stab, two stabs, an arcing strike, and then we return to the penetrating posture, turning to the right. Here is the 3 penetration palm form again. I would like to now demonstrate for you the 3 penetrations penetrating palm form. Remember the strategy avoiding the left and dominating the right. Also the 6 important concepts. Please do not forget those things I have already said. We begin like this. Turning. Tongue roof of the mouth, chest concave, back rounded, relax the shoulders, drop the elbows. I will now demonstrate the form. Again, moving to the right to avoid the left and dominate the opponent's right. Note that the 4 fingers are held tightly together. The thumb is forward and then hooked to Lao Gong point. The left hand's Hukou point should be accurately placed beneath the right elbow. Here it contains a whirling turning force. Then stab, stab, and arcing strike. I can pause for a second at the end if I wish. When turning to the left, the requirements are the same. The right hand's Hukou point is under the left elbow. The waist should contain a twisting motion. When striking from the left foot steps and we take the middle path. Dodging strike, stab, stab, arcing strike, stab. We are now going back the other direction. Remember, when training, one should turn for long periods and one should be natural. Stab, stab, stab. Now to the left. Stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab.